it's not realistic, even if there was a serious attempt to do it in terms of the infrastructure and the capacity in the transport network. You're not going to get 1 million people coming to Edinburgh.
Well, that's stressful in there because everyone's got a different agenda. We're all working towards the same aim. We're all saying, yeah, we should stand up and be counted, this is the right thing to do. And the council are behind it, they want it, but they're just petrified of this million number that Bob said. Even though the reality is it might not be 1 million people, we don't know how many people it's going to be. That was the key issue. What did they do with a city? It holds less than 500,000 people. So they've got their own issues to worry about. Then you've got the promoters worrying about who's going to handle this, who's going to liaise with between the bands and the stages. My job was to get the bands on board, which we're doing quite well. We've got a lovely big list here.
Annie Lennox will be there. Yusun Nador, Embrace, the Zootons, Wet Wet Wet, Snow Patrol, Dido, Lucy Silvers, The Thrills, Texas, Damon Albarn, Ronan Keating, Jamie Cullum and Catherine Jenkins.
I've still got acoustic shows that I do up down the country because I sing for my supper. I don't have a huge company like Bob and these 10 Alps.
Henrik Larsson, we know how Henrik will play. Henrik knows us inside out. So there's nobody better to divulge information to Barcelona than Henrik Larsson. And we also played them twice last season when he was in our team. So they'll have a fair amount of information.
He's a fantastic player, fantastic person. And it shows that that he had a wonderful time here in Glasgow with Celtic. And the people love him. And his companions, they loved him. And why? Because he was a great professional and a great person in the dressing room. So what do you want more?
They should win the game. But there's loads of matches every single day played all around world football that some teams should win a game. Do I think we can win the game? Absolutely. Absolutely.
The talk before this game centred on the state of the pitch at Palmerston, but it didn't seem to hamper Russell Latapy early on. Certainly an early goal might have settled the league leaders, but they were to be knocked off their stride as Queens took the lead. John Hughes felt he was knocked about by Derek Lyle. No argument about the quality of the finish. Hughes said later that Alan Shearer had made a career out of physical challenges, but even the Newcastle captain has rarely scored as good a goal as this. Cue the fancy football from Queens. Eric Payton hoping to interest prospective employers, and Lyle almost finished it off. Ian Scott no doubt happy with the quality of football from his men, but Falkirk were to come back from an unlikely source. Andy Laurie lurking with serious intent, Richie Bernard helpless, Falkirk level. Laurie's 5th goal of the season coming at a good time in what was a tricky fixture. Darryl Duffy was given the chance to put Falkirk ahead from a flowing move. Bernard was up to the challenge. And certainly the keeper has been impressive since coming in for the injured Colin Scott. There was a late chance of a winner for Alec Williams. Queens would have taken a point before the game. Falkirk will feel it's another game out of the way.
Since the mists of time, Dornoch has been invaded by the Vikings, Normans, by the English of course, and by feuding Scottish clansmen. And now Dornoch is being invaded again.